Alright, I'll talk to you later.
See ya. Hey guys, Trina's in there doing some things, I guess. I'm just speaking the truth. I'm not horrible. I'm trying to like make things work and you over here doing some things. We try to be black and white with Chris and Trina, but we just white over here. I guess I am the black one until somebody tells me otherwise, because I'm pretty sure somebody on my live won't tell me otherwise. So we're going to figure it out. We're going to figure it out. Today, our initial plan is to talk about money and who should pay. This should apply to any situation. But I feel like as we have talked to other people throughout the week about this topic, certain things have come up about relationships. And I know that we, in our past 3 live videos, we have talked significantly about relationships. But this is one of those topics that we just didn't express on and we didn't touch base on. But I feel like in any relationship, it is very big, very crucial. This is one of those topics that is iffy. And one of the main questions that's come up is like, who pays? This could be like on the first date. This could be 5 years in. Where are we at now? So this is what we're trying to focus on. But I feel like after tonight's events, this live broadcast, if you are tuning in live and watching us live, is probably going to go a different direction. We're probably going to be talking about a slew of other things because me and Trina again have yet to become drunk before 7 o'clock. Mind you, we got off of work at 5. Trina is nowhere to be found. As you can see, she is vacant. She's in the bathroom. I don't know what she's doing. We're going to figure it out though. So if you, at the beginning, have any thoughts about money situations, this can be in a family situation, this can be in a relationship, like a significant other, this could be friendships, this could be anything. My main focus would probably be relationships. I'm sure Trina will probably highlight some other instances of where money is an issue or where it comes up at. And like I said, it's probably going to be alive amongst other things because I'm sure we have other things to talk about. We had a good dinner and we were able to put some insight about some other things that we had on our mind. So I'm sure this conversation is going to skyrocket into a different direction. So just be prepared for that. If you could please always share our videos with your friends, share our videos with your family. We have a TikTok that is skyrocketing. We want to get to 1,000 followers so that we can go live there as well. So if you could spread the word, let anybody know that's interested. We're trying to do this in small takes as it is right now. But we plan on broadening, how to use the word, expanding our horizons to different things. But we can't do that. We're limited right now to just Tuesday and Thursdays at 7:30. We're a little bit late today. But like I told Trina, we were very early on Tuesday. So that gives you all the benefit of seeing us very early on Tuesday. And here we are on Thursday as promised to give y'all some entertainment. And here is Trina.
Hey y'all.
So we're going to get into this.
What we talking about?
We're supposed to be talking about money.
Money. Do you got some?
Man, I could put Minnie in the other bathroom.
Oh, we gonna leave Minnie with shit. So money. Do you got some? That's the question. And what are you doing with it? What is your money doing for you? What are you doing with your money? Let me tell y'all something. this helper right here. That had me down here at the damn Mezcalito. Shout out to Mezcalito. And what was that waitress's name?
I have it on my receipt in my pocketbook.
I don't even know how to say it. But that little girl done brought out the best damn drinks I done ever had in my entire life. And let me
She
tell
came
y'all something.
in. Listen, she came in right when we were ready to check out. And she said, "Y'all want another one?" And Trina's like, "No." I said, "Nah, girl. You want a tip? You better listen to us."
That baby
And
brought
she
me-
just looking confused. I said, "Bring one."
That
Trina's
baby-
like, "Don't bring one." I said, "No, you gonna bring one." And she did, and that was the best drink we ever had.
That baby done brought all them drinks out. And let me tell y'all something right here, right now.
She even went on a live video with me. And she's like, "Yeah, hey, why ain't you here?"
I had entirely too much to drink tonight, but we're not gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about money. We're gonna get into this right here, right
We're
now.
gonna try to talk about money, but I'm pretty sure we're gonna talk about some other things.
No, we're gonna talk about money because that was the subject. So money. I said it like 10 times.
What do you want to talk about money for?
Money. What is your money doing?
So this
for
was
you?
a topic that was given to us. Like, we were clueless come Tuesday when we were like, okay, let's talk about pet peeves, which I think was a great one. I think that was probably our best live yet. But this time was about money. And this is a topic that was given to us by a special someone. We're not going to do no shout outs at this moment because they don't want to be shouted out. But what is it about money that motivates you?
Money.
Trina? Look at Keith Gregory. Good evening,
And
Judge.
Judge, you're gonna be so disappointed in us tonight. 'Cause I'm gonna tell you right now, Madam Clerk has had entirely too many drinks on this good Thursday. Okay.
Great Thursday.
But we're not gonna talk about it because that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about
What about money?
So I know for me, like
Let me get you a cold drink, girl.
I don't
Let me
need no
get you
more damn
something.
drink.
Yes, you do.
when my children were little, money was an issue, and it was never enough of it. It still ain't enough of it. I still don't make enough of it not to talk about it. But ironically enough, I make more money now than I've ever made in my entire life, and I don't make a whole lot of money, but I make more of it now than I've ever made in my entire
Let's
life.
just say once I get my practice open, Trina's gonna be my front counter lady, and we're gonna talk about it later.
Well, I'm saying, they say, go to school, get a degree, do this, do that. You gotta,
Let your best friend get their degree, and then you work with them. Trina, you know what I just noticed? Why we got jean jackets on today?
Cause bitch, we match. That's
Why
what we do.
are we matching? I saw you this morning and you didn't have a jean jacket on. I said, okay, good, we didn't match today.
I did
And
have
this
a jean
bitch didn't
jacket
put on a
on.
jean jacket.
I had my jean jacket on this morning.
You did not have your jean jacket
I
on.
did. I wore it into
Bitch, no, you didn't, because I would have noticed it this morning, and I thought about it all day. I said our last couple of videos we have matched, like color matched.
No, I should have noticed it this morning because she been out trying to make other friends and damn office people. That's what the hell she been doing.
We want to go back to best friend moments where
did,
now
she
she's
did.
in her feelings because now I've done branched off and talked to another friend, and now she's in her
I'm gonna
feelings.
just tell y'all right now, I got very emotional at the table. I almost cried. I don't almost cry for nothing, but that hurt my feelings. Why you
She
running over there
said
and
you
talking
had,
to
what
me?
did you say, traumatized what?
You over there trauma bonding with some fucking body else. That's what she do. Too.
Sade, just in case you watching, she talking about you,
I'm
girl,
talking about
and
you,
our
Sade.
lunch date we had last weekend.
And
She's
I'm
salty.
sad about it because nobody didn't invite me out. Nobody didn't want to trauma bond with me. You all
Trina.
trauma bonding with my.
So we're gonna do.
It's fine.
Okay, so if you go back about 2 videos, right? Trina said that she didn't understand why I was salty because she was vulnerable with other friends, okay? But then she was nagging me because I was jealous and I shouldn't be jealous, right? So me being happy in this new relationship that I have found and he has met and checked all of the boxes, jean jackets or money or how many drinks Trina's had. Judge Gregory, are you drunk?
Judge Gregory, let me tell you what I had. I had one too many drinks. That's how many drinks I had. One too damn many.
Don't ask us about what we doing. What you doing, and when are you coming back to Wake County? Because we need to have a talk.
I had one too many drinks, Judge Gregory. I shouldn't have had that last one. I for sure shouldn't have had that last. But I've had it, and we was.
But our waitress was really nice. Let me find
She
her
was a
name.
sweet girl. We supposed to be talking about money, but Kristen went off and trauma bonded, and now I am distraught. My feelings are hurt.
So my thing was Trina is still okay. So I'm 8 months into a separation. I have done the dating. I have done all of the rebounds, whatever you want to call it. I've been there, done that. I have finally found somebody that I'm very interested in that meets and checks all of my boxes plus times 10. Okay, Trina's still in her feelings because she's 2 months into a separation. So my thing was with our coworker that we're both very fond of, or not at this moment.
I'm fond of you, Shonda. I love you.
Not at this moment. She's not. She's very salty. Me and Sade went out to lunch, and I confronted Sade with some of my things because I needed to vent to somebody that was more understanding. And Trina's not understanding right now because she's salty.
I am very understanding.
Trina is salty right now, so I vented to somebody else, and now you see the roles have reversed, and Trina is salty. So Trina needs to go revisit our second video.
First of all, viewers, I'm not salty. I'm really not salty. I'm just saying I am in a space where I can be happy for my friend, okay? If you are happy, I can be happy for you. I can be. I just want my friend to be careful. That's all I want. And my friend likes to put all her eggs in the one basket.
Trina, by no means in 8 months have I put all my eggs in one basket.
She like to put all her eggs in the one basket. All I want her to do is just be careful. Like, pace yourself. Don't. Because Chris might run off and we'll be married next week. We'll be somewhere
We're
in the
going to be married next week, girl.
We'll be in the Caribbean trying to marry.
Listen, I got to be married next week because I got 2 godkids now. Look, Kia don't have one by the end of the month. Kia, shout out to you. If you need somebody there in the hospital, I got you, girl. Let me call out of work.
Don't let that fool come to the hospital.
Give me a reason to call out of work. I'll be right there, girl. I'll hold your hand.
Don't let her come to the hospital, kid. All I'm saying is...
Don't let her come with... Listen, me and Carter would have begged to differ. Well, no, Carter would be like, why you with my white bitch?
That's true. Carter would never say that. Anyway.
Carter would say that.
Anyway, all I'm saying is that I just feel left out. I feel like my friend left me out, and it's okay. I was a little teary eyed at the restaurant. She hurt my feelings just a little bit, but it's okay. It's all right.
Listen, my mentality was in a good space because I knew my friend was hurting, and I was in a good headspace. And I was happy, and I am happy, and I have met somebody really great and all of these things, and I didn't want to hurt my friend's feelings, so I thought I was doing her a service.
My feelings
but I was not.
My feelings will not be hurt. I am happy for my friend. If my friend is happy, I'm happy for my friend. So you didn't have to leave me out to spare my feelings. I'm a big girl. I'm a big girl.
You got some big girl panties.
I sure do. And I'm okay. And now that we have gotten past that, I'm just saying, Sade, thank you so much for being there for my friend in her time of need. I appreciate
Shout out to Sade
for stepping in. I appreciate it. But
she was involuntarily there.
Well, it's okay. She can be there. It's really okay. It's really okay.
But it was all a good intention.
It's really okay.
Not Kiko Gregory saying, what the hell?
Oh.
What the hell, Judge Gregory?
I'm just saying, Judge Gregory,
about?
she left me out, and that she just left me out there, all out there on the little island by myself. But we're not talking about that. What we're talking about is money.
We're talking about money.
We're going to talk about
who should
money.
Pay.
We're going to talk about money and dating.
We're talking about money in any situation.
Money and relationships. That's where we're going to go today. Who should pay? What should you pay? Whose role is what? Well, I'm a single, so ain't nobody gonna pay with me. I do all the paying.
But who would you like to pay?
I don't know. I mean, like, do you feel like bills should be 50-50 in a household? Should bills be 50-50? Should the man pay? I mean, traditionally, the man paid. But I think we are moving away from more traditional things, and people are starting to look at relationships more as like a partnership, business.
I'm just saying, I think you should have 3 bank accounts.
3?
Yeah.
Explain.
1 for the man.
1 for the man.
1 for the woman.
1 for the woman.
and one for a joint bank account.
Joint.
So
I don't trust joint because I'm trying to tell you right now. I tried a joint first time in my life
no,
ever.
the joint bank account should be for the bills, strictly for the bills.
Joint
And
just
any-
for the bills.
Yeah, and then you need to agree for a percentage because your circumstance might mean that you make less than your man, so you need to go based off of a percentage of your money to pay, I think. And then so whatever you have left over should go into your bank account, and I don't think that significant other should have access to that private bank account. That's your money.
So do y'all feel like women should have like their own bank account, their own like little private stash? You think that? You feel that?
I strongly feel that, and I was raised by women, so I think all of
Why do
women,
you feel that?
because it's my money. Listen, I've come out of, my last 2 relationships that are very flamboyant in my mind right now. I was the breadwinner.
Okay, you made more money. I
I was paying all the bills.
Okay.
Every last one of them.
Okay.
And then whatever I had extra, I was putting gas in the car, paying for groceries in the house. And then if I would have like $100 or $200 left in my check, it was like, well, why are you spending that money? Because it's mine. I done paid all the bills.
But you were married, so was it really yours?
It
or
is
was
mine.
it y'all's?
It's mine.
So,
That's my money. I done paid all
I
the
mean,
bills.
do you feel like it's yours
Okay, so
because,
if
because
somebody-
you earned it and it was the money that was in your paycheck? Is that why you feel like it was yours?
Yes. Okay, so would it be different? Okay, so put it in this perspective. If you're the one paying all the bills, your significant other is making not if just as much as you, just a little bit less than you, and they're not paying anything, wouldn't you be salty too?
Why they're not paying anything?
They ain't paying nothing.
Why not?
Exactly. Why ain't they?
I'm asking you.
And they say they ain't got it. Why ain't you got it? We don't have nothing.
What you doing with it? Where your money went? What you did with it? Where
So
your
if I've
money-
done paid all the bills, I put groceries in the house, I put gas in the car, I've done did all of the things. Why are you asking where my last $100 went?
Where did all his $100 go? How many $100 did he
You
have?
can't ask that question though, girl.
Why you can't ask that?
That you can't ask that. to them
That's
people.
off the table?
Yeah, that's off the table.
Hmm.
Exactly.
I don't know. I don't think that I really don't ever think that any relationship is 50-50. I always think I think the ratio is off. I don't ever think there's 50-50. I always think that somebody is I feel that you gotta, like make up the slack wherever it's at. And it may not always be 50-50, it may be 70-30, maybe 60-40. Sometimes it might be 90-10. You don't never know. Now, ideally, the bills should be split in the middle, I guess. I mean, I have my personal bills, like my cell phone, whatever loans and credit cards I may have or whatever. So I don't really think that those are anybody else's responsibility to take care of but my own. But like household bills, like mortgage, rent, groceries,
Lights, water.
utilities, whatever they may be, entertainment. Because, let's just be real, most of us pay for things like, internet, Netflix, whatever streaming channels you use, however you use those. So I think that those things maybe should be split equally, if at all possible. And it should be possible. It really shouldn't be any reason why in a household that they're not. But do you need to like? I know in my last relationship, it was said to me that you need to send me an email or text or whatever for how much the bills are this month.
An email or text.
Mm-hmm. Email or text
No.
for how much the bills are, so that I know what I need to pay to help you to pay those or whatever. And I'm just like, and my thing is that like these bills, they coming every month. The light bill is coming every month. If you got internet, that's coming every month. Like these bills are monthly. They're not like they're not like sporadic. They're not like they're gonna come this month, they're gonna come that month. They come every month, on time, same time, every month.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know why I would need to send you a reminder of what they are. And I really don't, I also don't understand why it's such a taboo subject of like sitting down and putting what your money is and what their money is on the table and seeing like what we got to work with. Because I feel like if I have a career and my salary is whatever it is, $55,000-$60,000 a year, more, less, whatever. Like I'm setting it out on the table, and you setting yours out on the table, and together this is what we got. There's no reason why we can't. I don't see the reason why we can't talk about what it is that we have, merge those together, figure out what we need to do that's joint, that's for the household. But there should also be like, like they say, like the 30-30-30. You like 30 is your bills, and then 30 is your savings, and 30 is like wants and needs or whatever. So you like break it all down into like 3 parts. So 30% of whatever it is your income is jointly goes to the bills or whatever it takes to cover the bills, and then 30% goes into savings. And it's like 30% goes into wants or whatever. You gotta tell your money where to go. You know what I mean?
So I think my issue when it comes to relationships in particular is a touchy subject, because either you're making less than me or you're making way more than me. So it's like, how do you approach that conversation? Who pays more?
I don't know that there's
is my person that's making a third of, or I'm only making a third of their paycheck paying, or am I paying, or when do I pay, or how do I approach that subject?
I mean, if your person makes more money than you make, then like I mean, I think it should have just been understood that because you make more money than I make, then the bulk of your income is going to go towards whatever our bills are. Judge Gregory, we are fine. Trust that. Believe that. We are going to be fine. The both of us. I'm certainly going to be fine. I'm certainly going to be fine.
We're going to be fine, Judge Gregory. We need you to go back in Wake County, because
just the bulk of, I think the bulk of, if I make more money than you, then I think it's understood without me having to just overly state that, okay, the bulk of my income is going to go towards whatever the bills are because I make more money than you. And does that make men feel emasculated? Right, because I make more money than you do? And why?
Okay, so like for example, the guy that I'm talking to now is only making he's making probably 3/4 of the salary that I'm making, more than my salary. But I know with the career that I'm going in, I can make upwards of like $700,000-$800,000. I don't know if his career is going to go that way. We haven't talked about it. So it's like, am I okay with making more money than him? And if I'm making more money than him, how do we approach that conversation? Is
he okay with you making more money than him? Why would you not be okay with making more money?
I think he is, because he's always like, you gonna buy me a mansion? You gonna buy me a private jet? A private jet? Motherfucker, I can barely get my feet off the ground. It's a question though. Like if you are in a relationship and y'all have established something really great, and then your man is the breadwinner, but like 5 years down the road now you're the breadwinner, how does that affect your relationship?
I mean, I don't know, because I personally don't let money affect what happens in my relationship, like in my past relationship. So in my past relationship, he made more money than I did. And I know that he made more money than I did. But I also worked, I don't know, Judge Gregory. I don't know. I don't know. I think the difference between married and living together is a piece of paper. I mean, the responsibilities of the household are the same. I don't think the responsibilities of the household change because you're married versus living together. I mean, you're still in the same household, so it's still all, the bills are what the bills are. And I think that each person has a responsibility to take care of the household. I mean, I know, again, you have your own personal things, but I think that that you as a couple have a responsibility towards the household. And what I was saying is that in my past relationship, he made more money. If we took our primary jobs and the jobs that paid us the most money, then he made more money than I made, and that was fine. I didn't feel a way about that one way or the other. But now if we take my primary job and my part-time job, then I make way more money. And so what worked for us was I paid the bills because there were very little bills, and I'm gonna be candid about that. We didn't have a mortgage, we didn't have a rent because my house is paid for, and my house has been paid for the last, I think I've had my house paid for now for the last 10 years, so I don't have a mortgage. And in that regard, I'm fortunate. So my bills, I don't have as much overhead where my money is going out the door as maybe some other people do. So really all we had was utilities. We had utilities, and I think the shared bills for us were utilities, groceries, internet, and things like that. Now, Judge Gregory, I don't know about having a joint account and you're living together. I think because I don't know what the level of your commitment is.
I think by the time that you have moved in together, you should have some kind of level of commitment to where you know that this is going somewhere. Like if you know, okay, we're living together, this is going somewhere, then you should be able to be comfortable enough to talk about your finances. Marriage, Judge Gregory, you already know how I feel about marriage. You should have stopped me as well. Trina did not stop me, and here we are.
This house is forever blaming somebody marriage. Not our fault, Judge Gregory. Not our fault.
It is y'all's fault.
Not our fault.
Judge Gregory didn't even stay to stick around. He just left. He said this ain't for me, and that should have been my flag.
Well, to answer your question about living together in a joint account,
you're living together, so y'all are splitting the bills.
I mean, you are splitting the bill, so there is a level of commitment there. So you both, in living together, have a responsibility to the household. Now, I don't know that just living together that it entitles him or her to the rest of your money after the household bills are taken care of. I don't have an issue with that. I mean, I think that if you are living together, there does need to be a fund that specifically takes care of what your household bills are, so that you're not wondering about whether or not the lights are covered.
That's like, okay, like I was saying, like if you have a joint account, okay, so I think that should be a topic of discussion before you even move in together. How are we separating the bills? You know, because even if that person doesn't have a mortgage or you don't have rent now that you all have moved in together, there's going to be other bills. There's going to be, like housing insurance. There's going to be groceries. There's going to be lights. There's going to be water. There's going to be things that you still have to pay. So how are you organizing those bills to where that you both feel comfortable enough to pay in and putting in that contribution? I think the contribution is a big thing. Because I don't want to be made to feel, especially as a woman, that I'm using somebody else. Like, I don't want to be told, well, you wouldn't have this if it wasn't for me. I think that's where I stand my ground. Like, you're not going to ever be able to tell me that, well, you wouldn't have all of this if it wasn't for me.
I think that sometimes when people get together and they have, like, now we're looking at two incomes versus one income, I think we start to look at, well, we can afford to do this because we have this, this, and this. But I mean, the number one rule in finance and the number one rule in retaining money is to live below your means to start with.
Not above it.
Certainly not above it. So I mean, if together what we have is $140,000 a year, right? Then we don't need to be living at $130,000 a year.
Hell no.
We
that
need
means
to be
you're only saving approximately $10,000 minus inflation.
Right. So what we need to be is we need to try to have that somewhere very low.
So Judge Gregory says, but even though you are living together, do you still think having a joint account is best? Whereas when you are married, the intent seems to be that it's a permanent relationship. Okay, Judge Gregory, but if you have decided to move in together, ain't the intent to be married?
I don't know, because I'm gonna tell you what Brian K. Crudup Sr. told me.
We're not listening to Brian Crudup right now.
Shout out to my daddy.
No, we're not shouting about
Hey,
the
daddy.
Phillips daddy.
My
Brian.
daddy said, shoulda, coulda, woulda, want to, ain't married, okay? My daddy said, if you ain't married, you're single.
So in that case, the man is paying, right?
No, I mean, no.
Why not?
So in that case, that
I ain't
means,
married.
right, but in that case, that means we take care of whatever the house needs and whatever is left.
Nah, motherfucker,
That's
you
yours,
said we ain't
and
married.
that's
You know
mine.
what? I'm gonna cook the food, but you gonna pay for the food. You gonna pay for the electricity to make the food. You gonna probably the cleaning supplies to
Listen,
pick up after the
if
food.
I cook the groceries, it's because you helped buy the
You said
groceries.
if I cook the groceries. Yeah, if you cook the groceries, he paid for the groceries.
You're right, Judge Gregory. Not everybody that lives together wants to be married. You are absolutely right. So I just feel I feel like, you know, if we take care of the household, and then there's an understanding that when the household is taken care of, you don't want that worry about whether or not if I'm gonna walk in the house and flip the light switch, is the lights gonna come on or not. You feel
Come
me?
home from an 8 to 5 job, you know, went through an hour and a half of traffic, and you come home and you're like, say, oh.
Flip the light switch and you like, the hell going on here?
You can't even take a hot shower.
No, I Judge Gregory, in that regard, I don't think that they should. I think that they should have. I think that usually one person is usually in charge, so to speak, of making sure that the bills get paid.
But
I think that they should have an agreed upon amount.
I think within my
each is
past,
going to pay towards the bill, because usually most of the bills are the same each month. They usually don't vary that much month to month. So if you have an agreed upon amount that each is going to pay, and someone is designated as the payer of these bills, then I think you can get away with that without having a joint account.
that's what's saying that your partner is dependable. What if you don't have a partner that's dependable?
Then you need to reevaluate your damn partner. Hello. Reevaluate.
staying here for free.
Reevaluate your damn partner. Get your broke ass out of here.
If I paid my portion of the bills and I done put all of the groceries, the gas, and all that shit on the fucking cards, how you gonna ask me where my last $100 went?
Well, there shouldn't be any questions asked about the money that you've earned. So should they have a joint? No. I mean, there shouldn't be any questions about the money that you've earned. I feel like if you are living together and the intent is not to be married, but you are going to cohabitate, then I feel like as long as the bills are covered, then whatever else I do with whatever money I have left over is my business. You don't really have any right to ask me what I'm going to do with the money that is my money. Especially if everything else is taken
Even
care
if
of in
we're
the
married,
household.
it's my money because I work for it.
Well, no.
I don't remember you. I don't remember you being on my 8-hour shift of work.
I do not agree that
So-
I do not agree that it is your money if you're in a marriage. Because a marriage is
What?
I don't. I mean, that's just my personal belief.
So okay, say that you're separated and y'all have a year to confirm your divorce. Do you believe within that year that y'all have separated that is still their entitled money?
Yeah, I agree, Judge Gregory. I think that personally, married couples should probably have.
So you gotta read what his comment says. It says, Judge Gregory said, personally, I think married people should have joint accounts if that's what they want. However, just living with someone seems too flimsy to a joint account.
To have a joint account. I agree. I found that when money was put into the joint account that I had, the money that was put into the joint account was used for Burger King, McDonald's, and gas.
But that was because only you were contributing to that account.
And I'm just like, well, how the hell did the money get spent for that and it was supposed to be for something else? Like, bruh, don't do that.
I'm seeing it as if y'all have now decided, y'all have come into a point into y'all's relationship that y'all see it farther than just going out on dates, going here, going there. Y'all have now joined households. I think a joint account is appropriate to pay for the bills. but then you also need to talk with that other person to be like, okay, how much are you making? This is how much I'm making. How can we split the bill so where we both feel like we're contributing to the household equally? Not that, okay, I'm only making $60,000 a year, but you're over here making $300,000 a year, but you're wanting me to put this and you're only putting this. I can't afford that.
Well, now, I mean, if what you're making is significantly more than what I'm making, then we're never going to be equal, and I understand that. But
so say now that we start out like that, and you know that you're not the breadwinner in the relationship, but 4 or 5 years down the road, you know that you're going to be the one that's making the bread in the relationship. How do you navigate that? Do you readdress the issue?
I think you do. I mean, because listen, as with all things, things are evolving, things are changing, they're forever changing. So I mean, communication, again, like we talked about before in relationship, is key. So, and I don't just mean communication about your feelings and all of the other things that we tend to focus on in a relationship. I do mean finances is a huge part of relationships, and they can also be used to, I mean, we both have learned from being in court that finances can also be used to control relationships. Control. I mean, and if you make less and your contribution to that is not equal, then it can be used as a means to control the relationship in itself. I'm probably going to say something that may or may not be a popular opinion amongst most folks. It is typically expected of the woman to do more, just because she's a woman. I mean, like we take care
of the kids.
We take on so many roles. We
Cleaning
are
in the house.
Right, we are mothers, we are
cooking,
companions, we are.
And now with the 21st century, now you have to have a full-time job making a certain salary.
Right, we're expected to work, we're expected to watch after children if there are children. We are also expected to take care of the household and take on the majority of the household chores and responsibilities, and also contribute monetarily to that household as well. So for those reasons alone, relationships are never going to be 50-50, because there are going to be things that women do that most men don't, and that's just factual. I'm not saying it in a bad way. I'm not saying it to belittle men in any kind of way. And there are also things that men are going to do that women don't. But like the taking care of the household, that's generally a gender specific role, and it's generally.
Well, I mean, you got to be specific. So, like taking care of the household in what ways? Financially, or just making sure the house is.
I mean, so if there are women who work outside of the household, then the expectation is for that woman to take care of the household. Financially.
Look at my sister is finally around.
She's also taking care of the household financially. She's also taking care of the household where, with the cooking, the cleaning, the minding of the children, the daily runnings of the house is usually left up to the woman. And so
you want me to work at 8 to 5 job. You want me to pick up the kids from soccer practice. You want me to come home, cook a full course meal. Want me to bathe the kids. Want me to make sure you have bathed. Want me to make sure all of the things are met. They clean up all of those things. Take the trash out. Make sure the dog has been pooped to pee at night. And now you want me to come inside and do other activities before I go to bed.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Be a unicorn, baby. Be a magical, beautiful creature. Do it all, okay? Can you do it all?
I mean, yes. I do some of it.
And that's typically what we feel like. But I don't 100% just blame the man for that, because we as women, we are nurturers, and so we take on a lot of those roles, and we feel like those are the things that we are supposed to do.
But I think it's something that we also need to approach, that we take on these roles, but we're too scared to speak up because we have been put down, like this is what you're supposed to do. And so we just take it on and we ride with it. I think we need to start speaking up. Like, I understand this is what my expectation is because this is what I'm a woman. This is what I'm born to do. But do I have to do it?
I don't know that we are born to do it. I mean, I'm saying I think that
It's just in our nature.
If your partner starts to realize that I'm not your mother, I am not your caregiver, and we both have an equal responsibility to take care of.
I am not your mama.
And we both have an equal responsibility to take care of what we live in. By equal responsibility to take care of where we live, I mean that we both have an equal financial responsibility. We both have an equal physical responsibility to where we live. Meaning that if there are dishes that are in there that are dirty, you can go in there and you can wash those dishes too. Get your palm olive on, baby.
Palm olive? You better start washing them duckies.
Get your palm olive on, okay?
No, you need the Dawn or whatever it is to wash the duckies off. You gotta get all the shit off.
And sweep the floor. Take the trash
Sweep the floor. I got 2 dogs. Can you sweep up after Jasmine?
Wipe them counters
I'm sure
down.
Jasmine would be very appreciative of you sweeping the floor.
Now, I know that. So I will say that what worked for me in a past relationship is that because primarily the household was thought of as my household, and I understand that it was that someone was coming into my space, a space that I had established long before they were ever even in the picture. So I understood that. So what happened is that I took care of what the household bills were, and then
Joy Gregory said, "Okay, the topic is about Trina's jean jacket and about how many drinks she had earlier, about money and why joint accounts are good or bad." No, our first topic was me and Trina have such a good friendship. Okay. Go back to our past 4 videos. We have matched every video. It has been non-intentional. So this morning specifically, our desks are beside each other. Trina did not have this jacket on. She just had this striped shirt on. So I'm like, okay, we're good, right? I got like this flower dress. We're good. This bitch shows up at the restaurant with her jean jacket on. So why are we not connected? Every single video, like this is not, I swear to God, this is not planned. So this is a thing with us, and we get picked on in the clerk's office. So why are y'all so in sync? This is not planned. This is like literally just as, and it's like the same fucking jacket. I'm fucking mad. I was so proud of myself this morning.
Oh, you thought you had got to work for it? You didn't. Jean jacket on deck.
I'm sick and tired of it. Get off my level.
Jean jacket on deck, baby.
She said, "Thanks, Keith." No, Kay, it's Judge Gregory to you. Okay, put respect on his name.
Oh, look at that.
What did he say? You are welcome, Kay, because you don't.
We did tell the full story.
We do tell the full story, always. Don't let Judge Gregory, if you break twice, we're going to hunt you down in Johnson County.
Oh, Lord. So, but as I was saying, so my significant other took care of the fun things. Like if there was a trip to be planned, then he took care of the trips. He booked the hotel. He did the
He did not.
He did book the hotel. Baby, let me tell you something. I'm raggedy and booking. You do not ever want me to book a hotel because I'm not never.
Well, if anybody wants to know what I want for my birthday come June 9th, it's money because I want to go to the DR.
He booked the hotels. He took care of those. He took care of those things, those reservations and small. And so I was like, I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm a passenger princess, baby. All I do is pack a bag and you tell me where to go. Where I need to be, what time I need to be there.
What time?
Where I need to be, what time I need to be there.
What are we doing?
And bring and dress. Yeah, what do I need to bring?
Do I need to fix my hair?
It's a warm climate vacation or a cold climate vacation?
It's always going to be a warm climate destination for me because I want to go to the beach. Where are we going?
Yes. So I mean, so in that regard, that's okay. I mean, so.
I'm so mad that Judge Gregory said you're welcome because they don't tell the whole full story. I'm so mad at that.
Lord. So I mean, I think with money and like with anything else, you have to find a balance. Like, So Christmas and I had talked about a roommate situation, okay, where we were gonna live together. I don't think nobody in the world is ready for that.
Lord, we can't even be best friends, and now you want us to live together, bitch. I have a whole room back there that I'm ready.
I mean, I know that I don't think the world is ready.
I'm only here during the weekday.
I don't think the world is ready for a roommate situation. Okay.
Not a roommate situation, a specific roommate situation where it involves us two.
Yeah, I don't
Let
think
me tell you something. We've had several people come to our desk in the morning and we get in trouble. And they're like, we're so sorry for getting you in trouble. Nah, bitch, you came to our desk, so it was bound to the truth that happened.
I'm just saying, so if you know, I understand, and she and I had a conversation about, you know, what.
Not Keith Gregory saying thank you, Kay. We just on our own podcast. I will hunt this bitch down.
Oh, that's horrible. Y'all trying to.
That is cray-cray.
Anyway,
Judge Gregory, you gotta come back in June of 2026, and I promise you, we have a hunt down for you. Watch.
anyway, you know, we discussed it. So we discussed what her bills were and what the living expenses were here, and they're significantly different from what my living expenses are because, as I stated earlier, I don't have a mortgage and I don't have a lot of overhead bills. And
The
so,
Kay and Keith show.
oh, that's cute.
I
do
know.
that. Oh, y'all would be good together. I do like the Kay and Keith show.
They would not be together. We need Keith Gregory to be our attorney. How are you going to be our attorney? Because you know we're going to get canceled. Because I'm black, you're white.
Yeah, that's what they said.
Trina, if you ain't mad at that, I'm going to be mad for the both of us.
I'm not mad. I think the Keith and Kay show would be really cute.
No.
I go for it, Judge Gregory.
Keith Gregory, let me tell you something.
Y'all
right
got
now.
it. The Keith and Kay show is really cute.
I'm a
I
very
like it.
jealous
I like it a lot.
person, okay?
She is that.
And I don't share.
While she goes out and cheats on her best friend. She's jealous.
I don't like
Why she go out and cheat?
the share. You probably wouldn't because Keith.
Nikay, let me tell you something right here, right now.
Keith gets his inspiration from us.
Okay? Ain't no way.
He is influenced by us.
I'm appalled at what you have said right here.
I'm astonished.
I am
Astonished. Okay?
taken
I'm clutching the pearls
and
because
taken aback. I can't believe you would say such a thing.
I can't even right
This
now.
is
I'm
ridiculous.
so where are you at this week, Judge Gregory? Because I'm done. I need to send a task to these clerks real quick. Where are you at for real?
But now, let me also talk to you about a fun fact about my money right now. You know what kind of money I got right now?
Broke money.
No, baby, I got McDonald's money.
But you can take your grandkids, but not your kids.
For the grandkids. I got McDonald's money for the grandkids, okay?
If Kia and Kalia watching, I got Carter, my new baby, coming at the end of the month. So
Yes,
me,
what
me and my two god kids we are okay.
I got money
them
for
other kids, I don't know what's going on.
I got money for them grandbabies. That's what I got money
I
for.
might got
right
Braylon too because Braylon's on my level and I love him.
now. Yeah, I got
So
money
it might
for
be
them.
Braylon.
I got money
Carter,
for the grandkids.
And what's the new baby?
Ivy.
No, not Ivy.
Who?
Kia's baby.
Oh, McKinley.
Mickey. What was
Mickey.
You call? I'm not calling him
His
fucking
name is
Mickey.
Mickey.
It's not Mickey.
Y'all, I got two grandbabies on the way, Mickey and Ivy, and that's what kind of
You
money
don't
I
got two
got.
grandbabies. You just got one.
I do got two grandbabies on the
You
way.
got Ivy.
They still my grandbabies, Christmas.
Mickey or whatever. I'm gonna come up with a different name.
Well,
Mickey ain't in it.
I like Mickey. I got two grandbabies on the way, y'all. That's 7 grandkids in total, and that's what kind of money I got. I got money for them 7 grandchildren.
6, cause Carter ain't yours.
Carter is mine. He don't mess with me, but he mine. But let me tell you who do mess with me: Josiah, Noah, and Braylon. Cause them 3 rascals ask for they don't ask for little bitty money. They ask
Show
for big
him what
money.
Carter does with me.
Nobody care about what Carter do with you. Carter Braylon.
Let me tell you something about my baby Carter, okay? My baby Carter, when he sees me, he lights up. And I used to pick on my little sister all the time because she used to have
Alright.
Grand Canyon. And I still to this day, I call her Dimples, Grand Canyon Dimples, right? Carter's got them Grand Canyon dimples, and he
Carter got
don't
the
fuck with
cutest
nobody
dimples
but
in the
me
world.
and his mama Kalia, okay? Tell him what he did this weekend when he was showing out.
Carter acting like a complete fool, hollered and screamed and kicked them legs and acted like somebody was murdering him.
And what that
Murdering.
person say? Who was it?
And they was like, do they act like this? Does he act like this for Christmas? I was like, he don't. He really don't. He get with Christmas, he just bury his little head over
He does
his
this.
shoulder.
He buries his head right here,
He
like he
hugs.
missed me, and he hugs me with this biggest hug. It's the best thing, the best feeling
He
I've ever
hug and
felt.
he kiss and he be just as happy as he could be.
Let me show you how Carter goes to sleep. Me and Carter, and this is why I feel bad for any guy that I get with, because Carter is set in his ways. Carter knows when we get in bed, right? He gets on my right side. I situate the pillow so he can't fall off the bed. And he's situated. He puts his head right here. And his hand, I kid you not, has to go right here in my shirt. And he grabs the boob and he's out. And that's all night.
That's
Don't
all
move.
night.
Don't move because he's moving with you. And his hand's going right there, just
So
right
that-
there with you.
Let me tell y'all what kind of money I got. I got grandkid money. Okay. I don't got no money for them children I birth.
He's in Hope County. Judge Gregory's in Hope County. I got to
But
send
for
him a
them,
task.
but for them
tomorrow.
children that my children had, I got all kinds of money that we got. And I can't even say McDonald's money because them grandchildren of mine don't like McDonald's money. We got Chick-fil-A money and Bojangles money.
Bougie money.
We got bougie money. Them children they like meals. Man, can we go to Chili's? No, we cannot. What the hell is wrong with y'all? But I like it. Now you coming to this? Now can I get $20 for such and such and
He's
such?
talking about Braylon and his suitcase.
And let me tell y'all something.
Let me tell you about Braylon. The first influence I ever had about Braylon, it was hilarious. We're at Azuri's first birthday party, last year? And Braylon comes and sits on the couch beside me. Mind you, Carter's all of maybe like, what does Gregory say?
Next Tuesday, you two are invited to watch the Kay and Keith show. In fact, we will have you on as our special guest. Will you do that, okay?
Wow.
Get your little funky podcast up and running.
And you know what? Judge Gregory can bring her fucking donuts while you're at it, huh?
Don't bring her donuts because I'm gonna need a raspberry real soon. That's my
We
plan.
get me on next week, so good luck with your podcast.
I'll come on your podcast though, Judge Rick. I will come on there and it will be great. You need to wear matching jean jackets. It's
I bet you would get your Jordans for that bitch, won't
It's
you?
not gonna work.
I bet you have
It's
Jordans
not
for
gonna
that.
work out if you're not matching.
But you gotta be in tune with it. This wasn't planned, so you can't be mad at us.
I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. Listen, I thought I was gonna be more focused about the money.
Not you won't want to miss it, bitch.
I
what?
thought I was gonna be more focused about the money. I'm really not focused about the money because I went and had way too many drinks at the Mescalito. Shout out to Mescalito.
That waitress was great.
That waitress was everything. This was a fun Thursday. I just want y'all to know I love all y'all. I really do. But like about your money, listen. Just my little tip for the day. My little word of advice. You can take it with a grain of salt. Do what you want to do. That's what you're gonna do.
The strongest grain of salt.
You're gonna do what you want to do anyway. I think that if you're in a relationship, be it a friendship, roommate relationship type situation, intimate relationship type situation, and you are living together and you are sharing incomes, please, 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 I urge you with everything in me, sit down and talk about your money. You cannot successfully, that is the key word, okay? Do what you need to do without having a conversation about the money you are earning and where it is going, okay? Because we all just want to win here, and there's no reason for each party's money, all of it, to be going out of the door, because you can split. You can split it in such a. But you can split it in such a way where everybody is able to where everybody is able to save. I know for me, I'll say this, like I work a part-time job, and I know most people know that I work a part-time job. I'm usually able with my part-time job, usually with my full-time, with the money I earn from my full-time job, I'm usually able to pay all of the bills I have with some money left over, with enough money left over to honestly carry me through the month. So the 2 paychecks that I get from my part-time job each month, I'm usually 9 times out of 10, I'm usually able to put to save one of those paychecks, an entire paycheck. I'm usually able to save an entire
I'm not
paycheck.
wearing just one earring. I am wearing one earring.
Oh,
Where's
see.
my other earring?
I don't know where it's at, boop.
Wow.
I'm usually able to
You got
put.
the whole video with only one earring.
I'm usually able to put away one. Hush. I'm
No,
usually able to put away
absolutely
one
not.
whole
Because
paycheck.
how you gonna let my sister tell me I'm only wearing one earring? Where the
I
fuck did my other earring
I
go?
wasn't paying attention. I'm usually able to put away one whole paycheck for savings. And so, I mean, you know, there are lots of financial advisors out there, lots of programs out there for you to just kind of check into on how to save money. But you could just really just follow the 30-30.
I caught her slipping. The first and last time. Let me.
Find one that works for you. See what it takes, what percentage of your income that it takes to pay your bills, and
5%.
what percentage of your income it takes. You know,
2%.
You have got to tell your money what to do, and if you're going
Okay, I want to pay 1.5%.
and if you are going to save money,
And
you have got to do that up front. You need to save it before you ever start spending it. You got to put it away and don't touch it. And you have to be in the
can't do that if
mindset
you're
to
paying
not.
bills.
You can. It doesn't take all of your money to pay all of your bills. And so you got to
she said she
tell.
got distracted.
You got to tell what percentage. You got to tell what part of your money needs to go where. And then when you put it there, leave it there.
Leave it.
I know that's hard. Because I'm going to tell y'all right now, I got a shoe addiction.
I put $5 in and I want to take out 10.
Let me tell y'all right now, I got a shoe addiction. I just went and bought me 2 new pair of Jordans today. For no reason at all. Other than
Gregory, my birthday's coming
other
up.
than I
want the
wanted
mint
them.
green Jordans. How do we get that?
other than I wanted them. And I bought them because I could, and I wanted them, and now I got them. And I don't know when I'm going to wear them, but I got them. And that's a problem. But I work hard. So I play just as hard. And that's it. That's my tip for the day. Send your money where it need to go in the beginning.
In our bank account?
And who bank account?
Ours.
Who is ours?
You and I.
You and me. You got a bank account.
Girl, we gotta go on tour. We got an attorney already. We need to go on tour, girl.
And when we start earning money, y'all just know we gonna spend it like we make it. I'm saying if I get rich,
We looking out for our first supporters. That's gonna be my sister Kirsten and Judge Gregory because they are our number one diehards.
absolutely, Kirsten and Keith Gregory.
Just know
When
them bitches.
we get on, when this money start rolling in, y'all at the top of the list. What you want?
We're going to Santorini, Greece.
You want a new Bugatti? We gonna buy you one. Just tell us what you want.
We don't
I'm just
forget where we
saying.
came from.
When I get rich, there will be signs. Okay.
We just won't tell nobody.
Clear signs.
Just know, our courthouse friends, if you see Judge Gregory driving in a Bugatti,
I'm just saying if I get I'm just telling you.
Judge Gregory said on a serious note, I like the topic tonight. Time for me to bounce. That means I'm getting ready to leave.
You
Great
so
job.
cool. We knew what bounce meant.
Why we didn't know? But if you two start slipping the cake.
I know y'all want the money. I'm just saying, if I get rich, there will be signs. Like if I pull up to the courthouse in the mornings at 8:00, and I get dropped from a helicopter right out in the front
on the top of the building.
on the top of the building, just know I made it. I have arrived. Okay.
Trina has made it to work.
Trina is here. She has arrived. That bitch got money. Okay. I think that bitch rich. I'm rich, bitch.
Okay, if y'all have a topic that y'all wanted us to talk about on Tuesday, let us know.
Let us know, because we out of here. I got things.
We out of here. We enjoy talking to y'all. It's always a pleasure. Shoot us a text message, an instant message, whatever. Let's talk on Tuesday.
Let's talk on Tuesday. Bye.
Not you gotta pee again.